Welcome to Access Moneynomics by Access Mutual Fund.
What's the best thing about the last day of the month? No points for guessing. It's the sweet sound of your phone letting you know that your salary is credited to your account, isn't it? Well, the joy doesn't last too long for many of us, who end up running out of money mid-month while still having bills to pay. Don't be surprised, around 80% of Indians run out of money by month end. Thankfully, we can avoid this monthly dilemma. Let's talk. Hello and welcome to the third episode of Access Moneynomics. This is your host and money mentor Rashmi from Access Mutual Fund. In this episode, we are going to talk about how to not get broke before month end. In other words, manage your income better. Before we start, may I ask you to add this podcast to your playlist? It's the 15th of the month and you just realized there is still 15 more days to go, but your bank account tells you otherwise. With no money left and most bill payments pending, you declare yourself broke. Oh well, at least until the next paycheck hits the bank. Let's get one thing clear. Being broke is more of a habit than a situation for most of us who earn a regular income. People go broke for all sorts of reasons, but the main reason can be best explained by this popular quote. It goes like this: we buy things we don't need with money we don't have to impress people we don't like. A lot of us will choose to buy the most expensive brand even though there is a more affordable and effective option available. Even this means going beyond your budget. Most of these are impulse buys. When I got my first salary, I immediately bought an expensive phone. The one with I don't know how many megapixel dual camera. Because what is life if you can't take a good selfie, right? The root cause of this is people can't differentiate between needs and wants. You tell me, what is more important? Paying your rent and utility bills or buying a premium phone? And when we make these spends at the start of the month, it goes without saying that the needs become low on priority, but not low on importance, right? Which means we end up taking unnecessary EMIs to meet our necessary expenses, which by the way come at a very high interest rates. This becomes habitual and is the easiest way to get into a debt trap. All right. Say you have had these habits, but you agree that this is not sustainable, right? Thankfully, marking yourself safe from being broke mid-month is one of the easier issues to manage. As I said, going broke is more of a habit that needs to change. Start by creating a monthly budget. This includes noting down your monthly income and expected expenses. Of course, it only works if you stick to it. That is, don't spend more than you earn, right? It's the basic fundamental principle. Don't spend more than you earn. The next thing you want to do is be an intelligent consumer and make smart decisions. This means that you give a higher priority to your needs over your wants. So skip the fine dine if it doesn't allow you to pay your electricity bill later. A good rule of thumb is that you may spend 50% on your needs, 25% on your wants, and save and invest the remaining 25% of your income. Being an intelligent consumer also means always finding the more affordable option. Once you start getting your monthly expenses in order, the biggest priority should be building an emergency fund. An emergency fund is non-negotiable for people who are living from paycheck to paycheck. This fund should be enough to cover at least 6 months of your monthly expenses. This is so you're not caught in the debt trap. This is the emergency fund for not getting into a debt trap. Finally, you need to inculcate habits to develop a financially responsible mindset. So some practical examples and tips and tricks that can help you are here. So you should start learning from your past mistakes. Not comparing yourself to others in terms of money and lifestyle. Everyone has their own scale and timeline. being frugal whenever possible, and avoiding loans to fund your daily expenses. All it takes is a little conscious effort and will. Are you ready to make these small changes for a happier second half each month? Let's quickly summarize what we talked today. Going broke mid-month can be avoided by cultivating small habits. Prioritize needs over wants and create a budget. Be an intelligent consumer and have an emergency fund, and you're all set to have a comfortable journey financially. That's all for today. I really hope this episode helps you take control of your money. We'll be covering a lot more topics like this, so you know what to do. Make sure you don't miss any money secrets we have to share. Subscribe to our channel and playlist our podcast, Access Moneynomics. Do it now. And of course, also share it with anyone you think will benefit from our talks. Until then, this is your host Rashmi signing off. You just listened to the third episode of Access Moneynomics by Access Mutual Fund.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.